Evening. I am Alyssa Taylor Stewart, Administrator in the Office of Equity, Engagement, and Partnerships, and I'd like to welcome you to Parent University. Tonight, we are grateful again to have with us some of our local nonprofit organizations who will share the resources and supports they have to offer the parents, guardians, and students in Long Beach Unified School District. But first, I'd like to introduce to you two of our special team members from Parent University, Ms. Yolanda Huerta and Mr. Sam Keogh.
Buenas tardes. Les estamos dando la bienvenida a todas nuestras familias del Distrito Unificado de Long Beach a la segunda parte de la presentación de organizaciones no lucrativas aquí en Long Beach que les pueden ayudar a ustedes. Disfruten esta presentación. Sam?
ជំរាបសួរសូមស្វាគមន៍អ្នកស្ដាប់មកកាន់កម្មវិធីចាក់បង្ហាញល្ងាចនេះសូមលោកអ្នកទទួលយកព័ត៌មានឲ្យបានច្រើនស្ដីអំពីជំនួយផ្សេងៗដែលមាននៅតាមអង្គការមិនយកកម្រៃក្រុង Long Beach សូមអរគុណ
Thank you so much, Yolanda and Sam, for your warm welcome. As you listen to tonight's presentation, I encourage you to use a link in the YouTube frame to ask questions or share comments. And please remember to include your name and contact information. If your question is not answered tonight, don't worry. Someone from our team will reach out to you and answer it this week. Thank you. Now, please welcome our first presenter, Melissa Estelle, the Senior Program Specialist with MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Welcome, Melissa.
Thank you, Alyssa, and thank you everybody for having me. I'm super excited as I'm a product of LBUSD. I actually went to Cubberley, then Stanford, and graduated from Poly in 2008. So yes, I'm here for Mothers Against Drunk Driving. I always like to share that I'm not a mother. I don't know the loss of a child, but both times when I was a student in high school, my sisters were injured by a drunk driver. And on another occasion, I actually lost a friend because she was in the car with a drunk driver. So it means a lot to share these resources with you here today. So just a little bit about MAD. We were founded in 1980 by a mother who lost her daughter to a drunk driver. And we are Mothers Against Drunk Driving. We're against that choice to drive under the influence, not the individuals. And we're also not against people choosing to drink alcohol if they're 21 and over. We're just asking them to plan ahead and designate a sober driver when their plans include an impairing substance. So our mission is to end drunk driving, help fight drug driving, support the victims of this violent crime, and prevent underage drinking. So there's a lot of work that we do out in the community that a lot of people may not be aware of. And our vision for the future is simply a nation without drunk or drug driving, because this is a 100% preventable crime. If everyone chooses to get behind the wheel sober, we can create this vision for us in the future. So first and foremost, we do provide services for victims and families of drunk and drug driving, and those are free of charge. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. We also lobby to support stronger drunk driving laws. So things that you're familiar with are 0.08 blood alcohol content. That's something that MAD had to put into place. And these days, with the new infrastructure bill, we're actually excited to choose advanced vehicle technologies that will take that choice away from the driver and make our roads that much more safer. And then, of course, educate. We just want to educate the community, kids, parents, and all adults what they can do to prevent underage drinking and drunk driving in their community. So a little bit more about our programs and services. Again, first and foremost, if you or someone you know has been impacted by a drunk driver, they can contact MAD 24/7 at 877-MAD-HELP. They'll get connected to a local office like ours here in Orange County, which serves LA and Orange. We'll go to court with them, refer them to different resources, and we do have monthly support group virtually for those families. No matter if it's been 10 years or 10 days, we want to support them through that. And then we also offer underage drinking prevention programs. So this is actually something I've been working with the district, the wellness centers across the high schools, because teen alcohol use contributes to over 4,300 deaths per people under 21 every year. And only about a third of that is traffic related. So a lot of education is necessary to prevent these tragedies from happening. So we're happy to do school presentations, both for parents, for youth, and adults in general. And these are, again, all free of charge, available in English and Spanish, virtual and in person. An extension of that is our teen influencer group. So this is a great opportunity for your kiddos. If they're 13 to 18 years old, they can get involved and be trained to be peer-to-peer educators. So we rely on them to provide that new perspective, right? Things are ever changing. I don't know anything about TikTok, but the kids can really help us form this messaging, create awareness campaigns and activities for their peers, and be empowered to be this example that doesn't drink under the age of 21. And they'll enjoy leadership development. Of course, MAD is a national organization, so it's great to be involved. And I love working with the kiddos. So this summer, we actually have our second Teen Influencer Institute. It's a 5-week intensive program via Zoom, and it'll train them and develop them to be these peer-to-peer educators. So we cover topics such as public speaking, social media, alcohol and traffic safety, and they get to hear from subject matter experts, create ideas with each other, and they get to network with students all across the state of California. So you're welcome to get registered at tinyurl.com/MadTeenInstitute22. Additionally, volunteer opportunities are available. We do work with service clubs, community and company health and safety fairs, just to provide that additional information. Again, all free of charge. We have handbooks for youth, for parents. We do media events, it's particularly when there are local crashes. We do know Long Beach has been personally affected a number of times in the past years. And of course, for big things like the Super Bowl, right? Game day, really getting that messaging out there for people to drive safe and sober. So some upcoming events that people can get involved with. April 21st is actually the National Day to talk to your kids about alcohol. So we call that Power Talk 21. And we are looking to host an event with Long Beach, whether that includes parents, students, faculty. We're excited to collaborate with the district. Again, that Teen Influencer Institute this summer. And in the fall, we have our Walk Like Mad 5K, which is a great volunteer opportunity. Families can come out and volunteer together. And this is our signature fundraiser that we host at Rosie's Dog Beach in Long Beach. So they can meet these families, connect with each other, and just show the support for the community. And then finally, we have our annual Teen Influencer Summit, which will be on Saturday, October 29th. And those details are to be determined. So that's everything that I have. I thank you so much again for having me today, and I look forward to answering any questions.
Thank you so much, Melissa. I may be dating myself, but I remember when MAD started, and I know that this organization has had a profound impact on this whole entire country. So we are so glad you're here, and we look forward to having you back, I think on March 8th, if I'm not mistaken, for another Parent University meeting where you will have the whole hour to share about MAD and to educate and empower our students and families. So we're really grateful for the work that you're doing in California and for sure in Long Beach. Thank you so much. We are going to move on to our next presenter, Ms. Jalissa Hebard. She is the Director of Outreach with NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness. Jalissa?
Thank you so much, Elisa. Thank you, Melissa, for your presentation. It's interesting. I found my way into mental health challenge myself due to a drunk driving accident. I got a DUI, so it's kind of funny that I'm following you here again tonight to share about a mental health nonprofit here in Long Beach. So let me get my screen up. So we are NAMI. NAMI is the National Alliance on Mental Illness. What is NAMI? We're the largest grassroots organization started by the friends and family members of those with serious mental illnesses. So we have grown from a small organization to a national organization, and there is also state organizations that handle state advocacy. We have our NAMI California group, and then there are local area affiliates or chapters that support the community. So anywhere you go in the United States, you can find NAMI. Our mission is really recovery and resiliency. We are there to really help you along in your path with mental health challenges. If that's you, if that's your child, if that's your partner, if it's your sibling, if it's your best friend, we're a group for you. What we do, we provide education, we provide support, we do advocacy and awareness. So with our education options, we have family classes for family members, caregivers, partners, those people that surround the one that might be struggling with a mental health challenge. And then we call those that struggle with mental health challenges peers. So we also have peer education classes, and those classes talk about coping skills, communication skills, brain chemistry, different medications, prevalence, just all kinds of information to really educate family members and peers on what they might be facing, struggling with, and connect them to resources. We also have our Basics on Demand class, which is for parents of younger children. That's for anyone that's parents of a 22 or younger child that is diagnosed with a mental health challenge or might be struggling. That is on demand through NAMI.org, and you can do it at your own pace in your home and get education on an IEP, on different benefits, on navigating the education system, on really just things that you might be facing as a parent of a young child. We also offer Ending the Silence, which we have provided to many schools here in the Long Beach district, but of course would love to get every school trained in Ending the Silence, which is a mental health education and suicide prevention course. And then we do have other options for the community as well that we do out in the world. We also offer support groups. So we have support groups for family members. We have support groups for peers. We have support groups Mondays and Thursdays. Maybe that doesn't work for you. Maybe you can do a Wednesday and it's through another affiliate. We're happy that you are getting the information and the support. We also do awareness events such as this. We go to resource fairs. We'll go to school presentations. I have fit different topics or capsule presentations out there for businesses, for organizations. So we're happy to provide that. And then we also do advocacy. So we are very big with legislation, with the laws, with the state of California laws. We're very happy when Prop 63 passed so we could get mental health funding. So it is definitely a part of our wheelhouse to provide advocacy. Resources for you while you're at home. There is a national helpline that we offer. It is manned on the East Coast. So that is from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern or 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. here on the West Coast. Our NAMI OC affiliate does have a warm line. And then if you text NAMI to 741-741, which is the crisis text line, that is our code word for the crisis text line. So, so we are available there as well. How much does this cost? We are funded completely through the Mental Health Services Act and through donations, so we don't charge anything for our classes, for our support groups, for any of the NAMI signature programs. What I wanted to share really about, though, is this really exciting grant that we received through Dignity Health and St. Mary's Hospital to provide education here in Long Beach to people who go to school, who live or work in Long Beach that might be interested in learning about mental health awareness or suicide prevention. So we are offering QPR, which stands for Question, Persuade, Refer. That is a very focused suicide prevention course. It's only about an hour and a half long. It's approved for ages 16 and up. So, so if there's student groups out there that are interested, if there are parent groups out there that are interested, truthfully, any of the other presenters that I am on here with, all of your organizations, if you would like your staff trained, if you think the kiddos that you work with would benefit from some of this, or you have parents that might be interested, please contact me. I would love to talk to you about these two different options. We're also offering mental health first aid, or the youth-focused version of youth mental health first aid. And these are both evidence-based, nationally recognized, vetted programs. We are on our third year now of the grant, and it's our third and final year. So we did actually provide youth mental health first aid to staff at Millikan, to staff at Long Beach Poly. We have done QPR through Long Beach City College. There's really just anybody that's interested. I'm excited to get this information out there. Much like the first presenter shared, we are not here as clinicians. We are people with lived experience. As I mentioned, I had a DUI. I also have a son who attempted suicide. My sister lives with a mental health diagnosis of bipolar. This is something that we live with every day, and I firmly believe that if we talk about things, it takes the power out of them, and that's what I'm excited to bring to the community is that opportunity to really learn and understand what mental health challenges look like, how you can get involved with somebody who might be experiencing a crisis, how you can connect them to resources, and really just how to be that empathetic, caring friend for someone who might be struggling. I think I'm probably closing in on my time here. I usually share this. There is an easy DIY anxiety relief kit that can be made. It is something that you can do and carry with you, so you don't ever have to let anybody know that you are struggling with a mental health condition. I did do another one of these presentations where I went into all of this stuff, so I always appreciate Parent University for sharing this. And then this is my email, my contact email, our website. If you are interested in anything, any of the classes, any of the support groups, any of the trainings, please don't hesitate to reach out. I would love to talk to you, find you support. If you just even have a question, I will help connect you to resources because that's what we're here for. So thank you so much for inviting me and for having us here, and I really appreciate it. And all of you, I'm looking at all of your faces now. If you are interested in any of these trainings for your families, for your people, for anything, please contact me, because I really believe that we could put classes together and really get a wave of support for these young people with all the great work that you all are doing. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Jalissa. I'm personally so grateful that we're moving into a space where we talk about mental health issues in a much more transparent way. Many people struggle with them. And if you don't, you know someone that's struggled, or children especially, we want to be able to support before it gets too out of hand. And so I'm grateful that these resources are available. I love ending the silence. I think that's so awesome that we are talking about it. You can't really address things that you don't call out, right? And so we're grateful that you're here as a support in Long Beach and Long Beach Unified School District especially. And we'll definitely have you back to share more information with our community. Thank you so much. Moving on to our next presenter, Ms. Bonnie Price, Chair of the Scholarship Committee of the Assistance League of Long Beach. Thank you for being here, Bonnie.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share a bit of what Assistance League can offer in the way of scholarship. Following two amazing presentations, I have no PowerPoint. I can only tell you very simply, we have 3 annual endowment scholarships. The one is the Patricia Delaney Horton Scholarship. $12,500 is available to prior recipients of Assistance League of Long Beach scholarships. So say you got an Assistance League scholarship in City College and you want to go on to university, you would be eligible to apply for that scholarship. The second endowment is the Kirkpatrick Scholarship of $2,500. It's available to any reentry student in the arts. The only scholarship available at the high school level would be the Christopher Newton Scholarship of $1,000. It is available to a student in Lakewood High School in the Performing Arts Department, and it is selected by the Lakewood High School Performing Arts Department. Now, with allocation from the Assistance League of Long Beach and additional directed donations this year, we are thrilled to be able to offer 15 scholarships of $1,000 each to Long Beach City College. 2,000 of this is for students in the nursing program. Applicants must be a full-time student, 12 or more units per semester, returning to Long Beach, any major with a grade point average of 3.0 or above, and demonstrate a financial need. To apply for those, you would see Shira Compton. She's Associate Director of Outreach and Scholarship at Long Beach City College. In addition, we have a program with Cass State Long Beach. This year, we are providing 21 scholarships of $2,500 each to students in the Department of Education, particularly those in a credential program, because this is the toughest time for them. They cannot work as many hours when they're student teaching as they could before. They have to be a sophomore or above, a full-time student, demonstrate financial need and the ability to overcome hardships to complete their education, as well as show an intention to help others and support them as they have been supported. They also must have a grade point average of 3.0 and above and have a financial need. The contact person for that is Haley Miller in the Department of Education. I thank you for your interest. I know that without a PowerPoint, some of this information goes in one ear and out the other. So I would be glad to reiterate who you would contact. And thank you again for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Price. We really appreciate it. We're always excited to hear about scholarships for our students. So I'm going to ask you to send me some flyers and some information, and I'll get that out to our school community via the school messenger. So I'll get that information from you, and I'll make sure our parents get it, and so they'll be able to act on the information that you have presented tonight. So thank you for great information.
Thank you.
Always good to hear about free scholarships, free money. So that's wonderful. Thank you.
Well, we have fantastic students. It's the best part of being in the community is to see the strength in these kids and their dedication. I love it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We have some amazing students in Long Beach Unified School District, and you're very right. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you.
So next on our agenda, we have Ms. Claudia Copley. She is the empowerment coach and founder of 4 Girls Organization. Welcome, Claudia.
Thank you so much. I hope you can see my screen okay. I am Claudia Copley. I'm with 4 Girls Organization. And 4 Girls is an acronym. It stands for Getting Inspired for Real Life Success. And just to give you a quick background of how this organization got started, I attended the Women's Conference that was hosted by Maria Shriver. She was the First Lady of California in the past, and I attended in 2019 and previous years. And I heard many speakers speak, and I always felt very empowered and inspired when I left. And I took on Ms. Shriver's message, which was, what are you going to do to change your community? What skill sets do you have? And that left me feeling very inspired and empowered. But then this voice came into my head that said, what skill sets do you have? And what can you create? And who's going to listen to you? And I stopped and I examined and I thought, or I examined it and I pointed it back to when I was in middle school. I didn't have a lot of confidence. Here I am in my middle school glory. I didn't have a lot of confidence. I didn't feel I fit in. I didn't like my hair. I didn't like, my size, even though I was a size very small. And I just didn't feel like I fit in. So I examined that voice. I then took a poll, an informal poll amongst my friends and community, and I asked them, what was your middle school experience like? And these are women that were, or individuals that were both parents in the home, affluent, a home, and for people that didn't have any parents in the home, barely educated, so forth. And the common theme was that middle school was a very trying time. We all felt a bit odd, peculiar. We felt, less than. We didn't feel very valuable. So this is how Four Girls was born. We have been in the community for 12 years now, and this is our mission statement. We want to empower and inspire middle school girls to identify themselves as confident, authentic, and resilient, preparing them for real life success. Why middle schoolers? Well, it's that transition time. Our bodies are changing. We're struggling. We don't have a lot of self-esteem. And generally, we don't have a lot of self-esteem. And we may suffer from bullying or even self-harming. So what does Four Girls offer? We offer an annual empowerment event. It's a weekend workshop where girls come together and learn different, or participate in different discussions, all in order to increase self-esteem. And we also offer quarterly empowerment events. These happen 4 times a year, and that's to keep the message of the annual workshop going throughout the year. The annual workshop, 2 days. The quarterly empowerment events are about 2 to 3 hours, 4 times a year. We also offer leadership opportunities for high schoolers. As our program has grown, we've asked high schoolers to come and be mentors for the middle schoolers, to participate, facilitate dialogue throughout the workshop for the middle schoolers, answer any questions that the middle schoolers may have of the high schoolers. And then this also helps with community hours for those high schoolers, and we offer scholarship opportunities. If high schoolers help participate at the event, if they volunteer, then they automatically can be awarded a scholarship. They have to apply for the scholarship, but that's one of the criteria. You have to participate in our workshop. If we also provide scholarships to middle schoolers for any enrichment program that a middle schooler wants to attend, whether it's academic or physical education. That's in addition to the high school scholarship. And then we do this at no charge. We don't charge for any of the programs that we offer. The workshop, we have a light breakfast, lunch. We give them all the materials that they need for free. We don't charge. What do we do at the workshop? We have different activities. It changes every year. This is an example of when team building, or how do you make friends, and how to start talking to somebody that you've never even met. Journaling exercises. We believe that you create your world with your word. So we have girls go through an exercise that they write down their goals. We have discussions on negative emotions and thoughts. We have discussions on what's going on with the body. How's it changing? Our bodies are changing in middle school. So we have a discussion about that. And all these topics and activities are led by experts in their field. The Healthy Bodies discussion is led by a pediatrician. We have journaling. This is an example of journals. The girls the girls decorate their journal with empowering words or images of their choice. We have physical activities, self-defense. We have a black belt lead self-defense program. Self-defense helps with confidence. We have something called MIA, which is a form of martial arts and yoga that helps the girls to know that they move however they want to move. The most important part is moving. And sometimes when we have physical activity, it moves us from a negative mindset to a positive mindset. At the end of the workshop, we have girls come, and if they want to, We invite girls to come up to the stage and share their empowering word and why they're sharing it and what it means to them. And it's amazing what happens at the last day, where girls are just coming up and feeling so inspired and empowered and confident that they want to come up and share. Empowerment events are the ones that, in order to reinforce the message throughout the year, there's 4 of them every year. So quarterly, this is just an example of what we do. Again, we do not charge. There's bracelets with an empowering word. The girls create that. They created painting, tennis lessons. We also provide community service for others. We made fleece for people in the youth shelters or homeless. And so it helps to inform the girls that, community service is important. So those are some examples of the empowerment events. And the workshop this year is only 1 year. We've been online. We're having our virtual event for the last 2 years. And this year, we're moving into just 1 day. We're going to offer it for 1 day. Our theme this year is on Unstoppable. April 2nd is the event date from 8 to 4. It's at Browning High School. And there's only space for 100 girls. Why only 100 girls? We don't charge anything to attend. So therefore, we have to limit due to funding based on our resources. And this organization is 100% volunteer. It has been for the last 12 years. And if anybody is interested, middle schoolers, high schoolers, if you know a middle schooler or a high schooler, please have them register for this workshop. The registration opens next Monday, February 7th at 9 a.m. Follow the link, and you can even today go to the link and have a reminder of when the event will open. High schoolers, again, please, high schoolers, come and receive community service, receive empowerment, help your middle schooler that you were once in their shoes, come help them gain self-esteem. And registration closes on March 18th. We need to close it on March 18th because we need to order t-shirts and buy all the materials that the girls will need at the event. And I'm so grateful to be able to be here with you all. I'm so grateful to be here with you all. I love that Michelle from Shared Services, Shared Science is coming up next because we've partnered with them in the past. And I'm so happy to hear about Jolisa's NAMI because I will be reaching out to you. And thank you, Parent University, for having me and letting 4 girls have this platform. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Claudia. I was educated for many years, and middle school was definitely my favorite grade range to teach. And it's because you can really impact the girls and the boys and the youth in general during this time. When we're talking about raising self-esteem and improving self-concept and empowering girls, what an important thing to do. And it's such a critical stage. So we're so grateful you're in this space working with the girls in our community. And we look forward to continued collaboration with you. And please share your information with our office so we can get it out to our community.
I would love to. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. And our last presenter, but certainly not our least presenter, is Miss Michelle Wells. She's a co-founder and board president of Shared Science Creative Kids Engineering Fund. I can't wait to hear about this, Michelle. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm going to share my screen. Everyone see that well? Okay. So Shared Science. Delightful to be amongst this great group of presenters today and be in partnership for making our city and our schools better places and bringing great health and ideas to our students and families. So, I went too far. There we go. Just like Claudia was sharing for 4 girls, Shared Science was also founded in 2009. It was a great year. And our mission is to build on children's science, technology, engineering, mathematics learning experience through constructive, creative, and playful programs while fostering learning communities. So basically, we advocate for and deliver STEM ed programs for our local youth. So STEM, what is STEM? STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And shared science, oh, it keeps going too fast, sorry. So it's a very broad topic. So we work with kids who are K-12, but primarily the heart of our programming is at K-5 level, so at the elementary school level. And since we wanted to focus on a specific area of STEM, we find ourselves that we are experts in early engineering, in robotics, in tinkering, making, coding, physical science. And we really believe that our students, their ideas are our future. And by providing STEM ed education learning experiences hands-on, that really makes a difference to our future problem solvers. So just a quick sum up of who we are and what we do. So shared science is made up of instructors. So these are teachers who are absolutely engaged and enthusiastic about science and comfortable with technology and engineering. We provide a unique curriculum. So when we are coming on site, whether in school or after school as enrichment, our curriculum has been vetted. We look for the best of the best, and we're making the investment in the tools and staffing to make sure that the experience that students receive is the best, and that school sites don't necessarily have to make that same investment, because we all know computers and robots and technology toys like that are very pricey. We are very sincerely advocating for NGSS, which is our next generation science standards, and all of our lessons follow a 5E format. So it's a very process oriented. We're very cognizant of what we're doing to engage a student and how are we helping them explore it and navigate it and then ask questions about it. And then we also are huge advocates of the engineering design process. So the engineering design process is a methodology for problem solving, and we believe that it spills over into everyday life. So if we can teach students how to look at a situation, understand what the issues are that they're trying to address, what the criteria and maybe limitations are around them before they come up with solutions, try out those solutions, and then iterate by sharing and getting ideas for improvement, and then going through that whole cycle again, we can address more unique challenges and issues beyond STEM education or STEM topics. And then, of course, because we are a nonprofit, we are very committed as well to providing scholarships. We are able to do that because we have grant funding from local community partners and collaborators. And we are committed local advocates. So we will be partnering with organizations like 4Girls and Rancho Los Cerritos or Salvation Army or the Boys and Girls Club to make sure that we can work together to fulfill youth needs. So very committed to that. We're obviously very passionate about a thriving future for our youth. So shared science, we offer program services. So we're after school and seasonal in-person classes, collaborative partner classes. We're going to be at Rancho Los Cerritos in March doing a food science class. It's $12 to register online, and you get a history lesson. You get to visit the beautiful rancho, and then you also get a STEM aspect of that lesson as well. And then we are in school lab days and offering classes. I just got back from delivering at a science lab day at Emerson Elementary. Today we were doing geoscience and exploring what do geoscientists do. And the kids got to do some core drilling using simple materials like Play-Doh and hard raw potatoes. But they had a blast being able to do those activities hands-on and explore what it means to be have a career or do that type of work in geoscience. Then we also offer the elementary robotics program. This is a completely grant-funded program. It's no cost for school sites. We come onto a school site. We work with your robotics club, particularly at the K-5 level. And with you working with a teacher mentor or a librarian, we are able to provide all of the curriculum and support to teach beginning robotics to 4th and 5th grade students. We do have robotics program up at the high school level. We're at Sato Academy. That is a community-based team. They are first robotics competition students. Right now, they're in the middle of their season. They are building a human-sized robot that will play on a basketball size court field, and their robots are going to be throwing projectiles and doing climbing, and all of that engineering and design is working side by side with mentor engineers, and all the work is done by high school students. So if you're interested in the robotics club at the high school level, we offer programs there, and then at the elementary school level for sure. And then if you're at the middle school level, we offer through the school district teacher trainings, teaching coding for the VEX robotics platform primarily, but are always happy and delighted to be of support to all school site levels. In April, we host, coming up April 10th, we're hosting Robotech Festival. That's a series of workshops. They're short 20 to 30-minute workshops, different topics, but they might be robotics or engineering or tinkering or circuitry. Those are for all ages. We love to see students work side by side with their parents, so parents are always welcome to join us for that. And then in August, we offer our Tech Girls workshop. So this is focused on middle school and high school girls. Again, working towards their self-esteem, but also getting comfortable working in a technology world. So that is a 5-day workshop, and it's usually mornings 9 to 1, and completely free to attend thanks to grant funding. And then, of course, our advocacy work, we're working throughout the city and the school district to promote STEM education through community events and outreach, offering our STEM ed expertise, teacher training. We host and sponsor the FLL and FRC robotics team. We're providing scholarship assistance, equity, and access is super important to us. So if you're in an area where you feel like a community robotics experience or early engineering experience would be helpful to local youth, we're totally in. We want to partner with you to make that happen. And we're always nurturing connections and regional access. So some of our local support, you might recognize Boeing and Long Beach City College and the City of Long Beach. These are all partners that make it possible for us to deliver our programs. And some of our past program sites, you might see your school site up there. But if you don't, please contact me, reach out to me. We want to be where you are and where your students are and where the interest is. So to get started, basically, we get a thumbs up from your PTA and your school site principal. Make sure that school site classroom space is available. I know it's more challenging right now during pandemic restrictions, but we are on school sites now. We are offering it after school and in school lessons safely. All of our staff has been vaccinated, and we are committed to making sure that we deliver our lessons in a safe and healthy manner. And then we just go through the facility use system. So if you would like your school to participate, it's totally possible. Just reach out to us. And how you can reach out to us is find us on Insta or Facebook, go to our website, or email us at info@sharedsciencefund.org, call, text. We want to hear from you. So I would be delighted to answer any questions that anyone might have about our programs. But thanks for having us. We would love to see more STEM ed out in our schools and in our community.
Thank you so much, Michelle. All I can say is, wow, like what an amazing offering of STEM programs that you have. I had no idea. And you're in our district and in the community. And I know STEM is everything. I mean, the opportunities that our students have now, and our young adults have now in the STEM field are just amazing. And what folks are doing in STEM, where they're transcending so many things in society, and changing the landscape. And I love the fact that it's like a great equalizer, right? Kids are exposed to STEM, it can help mitigate a lot of the circumstances that our children face. And so I'm excited. I'm going to be sharing this word with our folks in the RAP program, my after school program. I think you're probably in some sites now, but this is really an amazing program. And I hope our parents take advantage, I hope our teachers take advantage, and I hope everyone in our school district will take advantage of shared science. And all of you, everyone here tonight has something special to offer our students, our families, our caregivers, our guardians. And we're so very grateful that you took time out from your busy schedule to be with Parent University, to share this information, your resources, your support, your services that you have to offer our community. We're very grateful. We look forward to future collaboration. And as I said, please feel free to share your flyers with me or any information you would like us to promote from our office, and we will definitely take care of that. We want to thank our audience, our parents, our caregivers, our guardians, our families, our community members for spending time with us tonight. Thank you, and reach out if you have any questions. Take care, have a blessed night, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.